if you guys can see it. And also, please do let me know if I'm speaking too fast. I cannot do that often. Is that okay? Is my screen visible? Yes, yes, okay. Okay. So this is AWS website. So this is where you can actually go and find out what AWS really is and how your company can, or your idea, your business idea, or something that a startup idea you may have, when you want to start up an e-commerce store, and how it can fit well into the solutions that AWS offer. So they have this product page where they can list out A to Z. So Amazon with the idea of listing out the products. So as you can see, it's starting from A to all the way to B. So they give out all the product names. So they, let's say, for example, analytics, we have about what is data lake, how to use analytics and all this. But if you're specifically looking for a use case, they also give this way. So if you want to archive data, that you have like terabytes and terabytes of data that you want to host on a cloud platform, it is like building your own Dropbox. So you have a business idea. Okay, I want my organization to share and host data and on a daily basis, large volumes of data. So how would you do it? So AWS offered this kind of solution, archiving, backing up and restoring, the same thing. And then blockchain. So you guys must be familiar with what a blockchain is, since the cryptocurrency thing is really exploding nowadays. So you must have an idea of what a blockchain is. So blockchain is a technology that enables cryptocurrency to work. Blockchain can also be used in businesses. So AWS offers a platform for you to build your own cryptocurrency. So next year you can actually turn your own coin into release it, or you can do the smart measures for your business. And then again, cloud migration, meaning like you have a lot of data on your computer, but you have to migrate those things on the cloud. Containers are different things. Content delivery, again, streaming websites. You have to build your own video streaming API where you want to do your online classes and webinars and all. So then all you can actually see by industry, what kind of industry is in AWS, you can see here. So A to Z, almost every industry in the world uses AWS, including the governments. So if you click on government here, actually US government has a lot of branches which uses AWS. So if you have learned how to use AWS and somehow you've gotten an H1B visa to work in the US, you can always find yourself a good niche area to get a job from. So let me log into my console. So this is how AWS console looks like. Once you have signed up for an account, this is what they give you. And one more thing I want to talk about signing up is the AWS has something called free tier. When you sign up for a free tier account, it gives you 12 months of free usage for all AWS's services. So as you can see, there are a couple of services being listed out, about 6+ pages of them. You can actually click on them. You can go and find out what they do, and you can use it for free for 12 months time. So this is a generous offer that Amazon gives us for students and young entrepreneurs alike to sign up for it, and they can start building their products and ideas. Kind of like a starting point. So this is why we have always linked on AWS whenever we have to do a solution for clients. Because since we have so much of generous offerings that are there. And also for startups, let's say if you're a small company, you want to start up, you have some business idea, you might not even have funding, and you might not even have register yourself as a private limited, doesn't matter. You can actually go to AWS and ask them, saying, hey, I need some help for this, and they definitely gives out grants and credits for this. So our company is actually availed some credits from AWS. They're very generous. They give us a certain amount of dollars as credit, so we can actually use it to build our own solutions and provide services to our customer without having to spend for it. So I believe everybody is clear about this slide, right? Yes. Okay, cool. So again, this is a console. I will explain you a few services from here. So as you can see, there is a plethora of services on AWS, and they have actually put them in the subheading where we use what services. So usually for us in an enterprise software development company, what we do is that we actually help companies of many sizes to build their internal software. So if you actually take a let's take an example of internet services, or even if any of you use any internet services at home, you might have some complaints, like my internet is not working, something is wrong with it. So you type in something, you fill in something in a form, and you send them a ticket, right? A support ticket. So and then customer agent will come call back to you and say, hey, yes, correct. Something is wrong with you. I'm sorry that you have to face this problem. Let me help you with the issue. I'll send an email. So this entire process is called customer relationship management process. So we build systems that actually track this process and make sure that customers and queries are solved in a timely manner. So there are so many companies who use this kind of service, and they would ask us, we need to build a service desk or service management system for our customers. We build similar things, and using AWS architecture. So let me show you what EC2 is first. So EC2 is the server management system from AWS. So to help us run servers. So as you can see here, we have a landing page for our company, which is blueheadsoftware.com, and it's running on WordPress. Since we wanted to write blog articles, we actually wrote it on WordPress, and the server is running on AWS. So as you can see here, this is an actual EC2 server, a cloud server running somewhere in Mumbai. But they have a data center in Mumbai. You can actually select in the drop down wherever you want to run in the world, you can run it. So that's a good thing about AWS. You can start a server in US, North Virginia, you can start in Ohio, or even Africa, or Asia Pacific, any region, or Canada, or Europe, Middle East, South America. And this list is expanding. They keep on building more data centers across the world, and this keeps on adding up. The main benefit is if you have customers who are living in North Virginia and if you host a server there or US Northeast region, then the speed at which your service is being reached to the customers are fast. If you have a server in Mumbai here, then they try to access in US, it is fast, nevertheless, since it's the internet, but relatively slower than hosting it in US itself. Since the company website is primarily accessed in India, so we hosted it in Mumbai region. And the EC2 also allows you to propagate this service from a lot of other places. It's out front. So I'm sure you must be familiar with CDN. So CDN services, sometimes when a website is not working, you see this Cloudflare thing, right? The service is down. So CDN content delivery networks, what they do is they take the content from one region of the world where the server is in, and they distribute it, they copy and paste the similar content across the world, and they trade it as an edge points. So even though my server is in Mumbai, who is using my service in the US can still feel like the server is still very close to them. So that's the services here. And one more thing is called Lambda. Lambda is the future of cloud computing. It's called serverless cloud computing, meaning you have a small piece of code that runs on the cloud without having to run a server for a function. And you actually don't have to host your serverless EC2 server with a heavy, and you have to log in and do things, configure on your own, install Linux over there, install MySQL, install whatever service you want. Instead of that, cloud functions can actually run a very small piece of code very fast, very rapidly. We process it and they will give you returns very quickly. Like for example, when you play mobile games, you try to log in with Google or Facebook sometimes, right? And they don't ask you anything else. They just say, hey, give me something, I'll log it in and give it back to you. Something like that, or push notifications. They all go through Amazon Lambda, AWS Lambda. So that's one. And one more service I'd like to showcase you is S3. S3 is called Simple Storage Solution. So it's kind of like a file system for the cloud. So in cloud computing, it's mostly servers and client and server. Like you have the system here, your server is somewhere on the cloud. But what happens when you have to post up like 2-3 terabytes of data? So what happens to this data, and who has to read this data, and how fast can they come out of it? So in this kind of issue, you cannot actually host a server with 2 TBs of storage space. It's very expensive and it creates a lot of unnecessary security problems. So S3 comes in this place. So we create something called buckets. Buckets are usually just folders. So inside the folders, we put in all the files that we have to put in. For example, this is one of our applications which stores all the attachment files. from our application, or the internal applications that we have. These are the bank records that our company has to maintain. So instead of having it in one of our accounting systems, what we did was we created a small internal application which can handle the upload of documents. Let's say if we have to file our tax returns for this month, we actually upload a bank statement, and then we upload the corresponding expenditure records. So each one of these files are the expenditure records. We upload it, and then in our application, we actually make them visible through Amazon S3 bucket. So everything is done in the backend, but yeah, the file is actually stored in bucket. Even if our application got damaged or it got, if the server got put down or something happens, this data stays safe. So there is no data loss here, and it's very cheap. Like we have to pay like 10-20 rupees per month for a heavy usage. So even we actually had few clients who had like 500 GB, 600 GB of data. They pay about 300, 400 rupees. So it's very cheap. So one more service I would like to show is RDS. So if you're familiar with, I believe all of you guys are from a tech background, right?
Yes, yes,
So in tech background, we are pretty much clear about what is DBMS, what is relational DBMS. So this is a platform which helps you host database instances, and you can host either MySQL or PostgreSQL, which are the two platforms widely used in the internet. So those tools you can actually use it to host it. And again, what DynamoDB is like, if you work with Google's Firebase, I'm sure you're very familiar with DynamoDB. It's an NoSQL database. It's kind of like a flat file. So usually in RDS, you have all this structure, like database as a structure. So it's got primary keys, foreign keys, relational relationships, and everything. So in DynamoDB, such kind of things doesn't exist. It's a simple flat file database where you can put on data as an object and you can access very quickly. So they have explained it's flexible data model, and it doesn't require a structure to store it. So in SQL, columns are there, rows and columns are there. So columns are already defining, saying only these columns are allowed to store in a database. There's no SQL database, no such thing exists. You can keep on changing the column format, and you can very easily store data. So web gaming, advertisement technology, IoT, Internet of Things, and many other applications. So that's one more service you can actually learn about how to use. And again, there are a couple of other things, like Elastic Cache and all that. But this you actually don't need. And then one more thing is, if you're interested in artificial intelligence, so AWS has a huge offering for AI. So let me show you. One second. So this is one of the services that we often have to use for recognition. So it uses the image analysis, and it even works on video. So it actually shows you, what's actually happening in the video. So one of the use cases we had was there was a mall in Bangalore, I think Forum Mall. They wanted to find out whether people are wearing masks and PPE or not. So this is a solution that's used by Amazon. We were able to deliver it very quickly, because if you were to use your own face detection and all these equipment detection, it would take months for us to work on it. Because AI models need to be trained, so that we need a lot of data to feed into this model and make it train. But Amazon offers it on the platter, and it is very cheap also. And we bought it for like free tier for a few months to actually test it out. So that is one use case we have. And one more thing is, when you go to shop on Amazon.com, they actually show you, right, what is your favorite products. Or you might like this, some similar suggestions that they do. It's using these kind of AI systems that's made possible. Even Amazon Prime Video, once you watch one movie, they will try to show, hey, you might like this. Something, the video scroll, so you might like these videos, you might like these movies. So similar service also using YouTube's algorithm, uh, Instagram's algorithm, same thing for Netflix. So this is pretty much an introduction to what services Amazon AWS can offer. So the more you learn about it, the more you get to understand, what kind of use cases you have, and how this application can help you with that. So the last I would like to talk about is why AWS. So I've already explained it, and then why you need to learn AWS. So AWS actually offers something called AWS certification. So as you can see in this page, I will make sure to share these links with in the group so you guys can actually check it out. So once you click on learn, you can actually find out what are the trainings and certifications that you can actually avail from Amazon. And when you click on explore training, it will give you multiple tiers of it. So my advice is, if you are starting now, it is essential that you go through with cloud practitioner essentials. It's only 6 hours, so you can learn it. And then what is EC2? Techno serverless architecture. This is how you can actually slowly learn and get certifications. So prepare for certification. There is one more link where they actually give you foundation level, associate level. So foundation level is something that you can skip on because you actually don't have to take the foundation level exam to understand what AWS is. It is a very simple level. But I suggest you start from associate level, a solutions architect or developer associate, or system ops administrator associate. So this is like the basic foundation. Using one of these certificates, you can actually earn about 6 to 7 activity as a fresher. But as a cloud engineer or DevOps engineer, it is a very demanding market, and people usually come for it, and you get hired very easily also. You don't actually need a lot of expertise in the real world. You get to it. As soon as you hold a certificate, you get hired very easily as one. But passing this education requires a lot of hands-on knowledge, which you can do it with the AWS itself. So they have exam readiness training, they have classroom training, they have webinars, they have free digital training. You can attend these things, you can highly get it. So solutions architecture will teach you how to create a solution. Let's say somebody gives you a problem. Hey, I have a technical issue that I need to build a system. So as a solution architect, you can find out that you can use these couple of AWS services to build your solution. So developer is almost the same. The developer is more about using AWS. How would you develop, not stitch the solutions together. System ops, sysops is system ops. So system ops is where you actually maintain the entire IT infrastructure of an organization. And you help the entire infrastructure of IT org run, like updating the license, updating the software, handling the maintenance stack, and all that. So I think we can wrap up with this. So if you guys have any more questions, please say to ask.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yes.
So can we deploy our website in AWS?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm sorry, I forgot to show you. So I have one resume website. So that's a very simple solution that I have. I can show you in practical and live now how to. So what kind of website are you looking for? Is it like a blog or a normal website?
No, it's a normal learner's website, sir. It's a beginner type website.
You have an HTML template you want to post on, right?
Yeah, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Okay, cool. So I'll show you something here. I have a similar thing. It is a very simple HTML JavaScript format. So AWS offers two services here. One is S3 bucket. You can actually put that file in S3 bucket, make it accessible on the internet. But one problem here is S3 buckets requires a lot of knowledge to operate. There's something called bucket access policies and everything that you need to learn. But Amazon also has another very simple service called Amplify. Okay, so I actually have already created a project, but just for the sake of it, let me create a new one. Okay, may I know your good name?
My name is Sanjay, sir.
Okay, see, you have Sanjay, you have to go to something called AWS Amplify. Okay, after you've signed up for AWS, you have to log into AWS Amplify. When you click on it, it will ask you to get started on it. So you click on New App, host a web app. Okay, let me know if you can follow till this point.
Yeah, okay. Yes, sir. I can follow you.
Yeah, okay. So instead of choosing GitHub or Bitbucket or anything, you can actually choose deploy without Git provider and then click continue. You drag and drop. So you say your name is Sanjay, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to name it as Sanjay Resume App just for the sake of brevity. Okay. And then I have this file already in my folder. Here's the resume demo. So it looks like this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see.
See, it has
Like visible.
it's indexed HTML, it has CSS file. It also has a script, as you said, JavaScript. So all you will do is just take this entire folder, drag and drop it here, and it works automatically. Give me 1 second. Let me drag and drop it. Then save and deploy. And the good thing is this process is like absolutely free. So you actually don't have to spend any money to get this app running. So even after 12 months of free tier, this will remain free for us. Let me just refresh my app. Okay. So here resume app is running. Okay. And it will give out a link here. So when you click on it, it's up. See?
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Hey, no problem. So if you have any doubt or something, just reach out to us. I am on LinkedIn. So I can even share you my LinkedIn username. And you can reach out to us anytime and you can ask me if you have any doubts. I'm more than happy to help you. There are a few courses on Udemy which can help you for learning AWS. So I think this answers the question, right?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So do anybody have any questions?
So Rohan, this is Naveen here. Like you talked about CRM applications, right? So
Yes.
what kind of CRM applications you would be like deploying over here?
So
Like
okay.
one of
Yeah. So Naveen, right?
yeah.
Yes. Hi, Naveen. Good to meet you. So usually what happens is it's CRM application in the sense more of a in-house application. Usually clients will ask us to say, hey, build me something in this sort of technology stack. So currently we're working on tech stack with Python and JavaScript. Python is the backend and JavaScript is the front end. So in this, what we do is, I can give you an example of how we can host it here. I go to AWS EC2, okay, and then I create a server there, and then I put in all the Python code that I have to run in the EC2. So it will run on a server, it will give me an endpoint, an IP address, and a port number. So as soon as you start an EC2 server, it gives you an IP address. And later on, in order to connect to the front end, which is work with JavaScript, I actually open up an Amplify service, which I was showing to Sanjay. The same thing, similar thing I do, and then the application works on the front end. So that's how it works. Does this answer your question?
Yeah, Rohan, thanks. But the other thing I was expecting was what kind of applications like if we can able to add all kind of CRM applications like Salesforce, HubSpot, Zoho
Uh,
CRM, Microsoft Dynamics CRM like that.
okay, no, actually, you have to understand. When we say CRM applications, it's something that we develop on our own. Something like a Salesforce, but we work on our own. Salesforce runs on its own platform. Zoho, HubSpot, all these guys, they have their own platform. So over here, when we say we use AWS, we are actually building our own Salesforce, our own Zoho, our own HubSpot.
Yeah, got it.
Uh,
Hello, Rohan sir.
yes, hi, is it Zuhair?
Yes, sir.
Yes, hi, Zuhair.
Yeah, sir, I actually have a doubt. Using AWS, can we design an app and website, sir?
Yes, definitely, most definitely. So Mobile application, as I have already explained, it runs on mobile phone, right? So you can build a mobile application using Flutter or a similar service like React Native or even Android or iOS. Specifically, you can build it. But mobile applications often need data to run in the backend, right? When a user registers, how will you store the user's data? So in our help there, you can actually have an AWS EC2 server running in the backend to get all the inputs from the user and run it. So your to answer your question, yes, absolutely possible. We're doing the same thing now. Our client has a mobile application. It connects to our backend server that is running in EC2, AWS EC2, and we provide info.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. So do let me know if anybody has any more questions.
Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Uh, sir, sir, for developing websites, which server is best, sir, to host the website?
So I was explaining to Sanjay, so for developers website, you can actually use AWS Amplify, which can host the static websites, or if you have a blog or something very a little bit more complex than what we have now, you can actually use.
Hello.
Sir,
Yes, Anirudh?
sir, you were saying.
Yeah, so I was saying you can use AWS Amplify. So I can type in the tool name and actually go to them and you can use this to host the website.
Sir, you told us about sir, you told us about different servers, sir. Is, is there any performance difference between these servers?
Which servers? Like when you're saying performance difference between which servers?
Amazon, Amazon AWS, etc.
Okay, so AWS, there are so many several different types of servers that you can run on EC2. It depends on the costing that you have. So per month costing is that how many hours you keep it on and running. Based on that, there is a cost. So if your cost is higher, if the budget is higher, you can opt for more expensive applications and you can run it. And I think there's somebody called Abhishek Kumar is trying to ask a question.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Amir. So is Abhishek in the group? Abhishek Kumar is in the group.
Yes, sir.
So Abhishek, yes, you can host Laravel applications in AWS. Our application, our internal application is actually a Laravel application.
Okay.
So you can easily host it. All you do is follow some articles from DigitalOcean or similar. You can actually type how to host Laravel in AWS. AWS itself gives a nice manual for it, how to do it. Our Laravel website also has a nice manual for it. You can follow and you can do it. Very easy. It's very cheap. You can host it for 12 months for free.
Okay, sir. Fine. Actually, I'm developed the website, but I don't know how to host in AWS as I have worked in EC2 for like main just for mailing purpose,
Okay.
but I haven't used it for hosting a website full completely. So I just want to know about the AWS hosting stuff. That's it.
Very simple. You can actually Google it, and AWS itself gives a nice explanation of how to host it. So first of all, you need to register yourself user in AWS, and
Okay,
then
sir.
go to EC2 server.
Hmm.
Go to server, you have to select Ubuntu 20.04 or higher, anything.
Okay.
And then after that, you can actually type how to host Laravel in Ubuntu 20.0, something like that. And then
Okay.
there will be a nice article from DigitalOcean how to do it. The entire process will be given. You can follow the process and you can start hosting the website.
Okay, sir. Fine. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, Jay again.
Yes.
Sir, can we deploy a website which has a backend?
Yes. So I was explaining to Abhishek. Yes, it is possible. You have a backend, you have to host an EC2 server to do that. And depending on the type of backend that you have to install either Java or Python or PHP on the server, then make it happen.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So on EC2, basically what it gives you is server in the sense it gives you like ability to install any kind of OS you want. It can be a Ubuntu server, or it can be Alpine Linux or something similar. And even it gives a Red Hat OS, which is very secure Linux OS. You can choose your own favorite OS. You can install it. After that, they will give you something called SSH key, using which you can log in the server. Once logged in, it is like uh, if you're familiar with dual booting Windows and Ubuntu, same process here. So instead of seeing graphical screen, you see one command prompt. On Windows will be that. You can only type in text command. And then there are several websites which help you install the backend, whether it's PHP or Python or Java. And using that, you can start posting backend applications.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So can you explain about the AWS S3, sir? Storage.
Okay, so S3 storage is more like a file system on your Windows. See, we have this file system on Windows. We have a couple of folders everywhere. Like when you click on C drive has so many folders, right?
Yes, sir.
Simple thing, same concept. But the problem here is even EC2 servers have their own file system. Since the Linux OS, they have their own file system. You can store many files over there. But the problem here is since it is a cloud server, it's very expensive for us to have like 2-3 TBs of files, right? You cannot have a server size so big, then you have to pay a lot of fees for it. So what we do, AWS give us a static file hosting, meaning it's kind of like a small bucket where all the files go inside. Whenever you need it, you can actually gain access to the file. When you don't need it, keep the access.
So is it safe storing there, sir?
I'm sorry?
Is it safe
So
storing
it's absolutely safe. Absolutely safe. So the thing is, there are, even though it's safe, there is a way to store data and way to keep it. It's all in our hands. There's something called S3 or something called bucket policy. So bucket policy is actually a way of accessing data in the bucket. You can either make it public meaning anyone can see it, right? Or you can make it as a public access. Public is a private access. Private access meaning nobody can see it, only you, and only if you give some sort of access policy to it. Let's say in my organization, only those who are logged in should be able to see my files. And then you specify in the bucket policy saying only if the authentication is present, show them the file. So it's absolutely safe. It is being used by many organizations across the world, and it's a very cost-effective way of storing files. It's basically a file cabinet.
So one more question, sir. Can I use any application for an hour or for an 2 hours, like 3 hours I can use, sir?
Yes, most definitely. So AWS gives you this freedom to fire up servers anytime you want and shut it down anytime you want. So when the server
For the timing what I'm using, sir.
yeah, that's all. So you pay for what you use. So in order to know these internals of how EC2 servers work and how the budgeting works, you actually have to study AWS, how it works. EC2, there are so many subtopics of that. So you have to understand how they work. Then you have a clearer idea. Okay, if I have to use on-spot financing, this is how it works. If I use on-demand, this is how it works.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So if you guys go and sign up today, I'm damn sure they'll give you 12 months of free access. And over the 12 months of free access, I think every month you get about 750 hours of usage, which I believe is more than enough, even if you keep it every day running.
So what is storage space for an free account, sir?
For free tier, huh? I'm sorry,
Yes, sir.
Tarun, I didn't get your question right. For storage space for S3 bucket, you're asking?
No, sir. For using an Amazon web service for a free account, what is the storage space, minimum storage space, sir?
See, that's the difference between GoDaddy and AWS. AWS doesn't have a concept of storage space. So in GoDaddy and all these services, when you sign up an account, they give you, for one website, you can have only this much of MB or this much of GB, right? 1 GB, 2 GB. Even for Gmail, you have like 10 GB or 15 GB of usage for dropouts and all. Whereas AWS is not that concept. So when you take S3 has unlimited storage. But for free tier, S3 will say, okay, for every month, at least 20 or 30 GB is free, like that. But that changes very often, so you have to read AWS documentation to get clarity. But AWS doesn't have storage limit; it's always unlimited.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right? So you can practically you can host up to petabytes of data. So like organizations like Netflix, they have reached up to petabytes to store movies and all that. But apart from that, you actually don't have a particular rule. You'll have to pay as you go. That's all.
So I have a doubt. I'm Abhishek again.
Yes, I do.
So actually, you said in S3 the storage space would be free for 30 GB kind of. If we store it and we didn't use it for 6 months, will it be active after 6 months? We have to pay for what we have stored, or is there any
Okay.
other thing, sir?
S3 works like in-out fees, meaning as soon as you put a document in, there is a in expense, like
Okay.
calculated expense is being done. So from bandwidth, let's say bandwidth. So to say,
Yes.
for putting this file in, you will spend this much of bandwidth. Then taking it out, you will spend this much of bandwidth.
Okay.
You have 500 MB file, you put it once and take it out once. That's 1 GB of bandwidth.
Yes, sir.
So S3, what you do is if you actually have a file simply sitting there for 6 months and nobody is doing it, nobody is reading or downloading or doing it, there is no cost to it.
Okay.
Only when somebody is frequently accessing the data, there is cost to it.
Actually, not downloading. If the person is accessing and viewing it, is also cost for them.
Yes, so when you access it, meaning for AWS, when you are accessing it from your client machine, it is considered as a download.
Okay.
So any file, if it's transferring over the internet, that's considered as a download.
Okay, sir.
But
Thank you.
yes, Anirudh.
Sir, you have talked about accessing, sir. Is there any minimum limit for is there any minimum limit for how much can someone access to get from free to pay?
சாரி எனக்கு புரியல எந்த லைசன்ஸ் பத்தி கேட்டீங்க?
அது இல்ல சார், இப்ப S3 சொன்னீங்களே சார், இப்ப நாம வந்து எத்தனை பேர் யூஸ் பண்ணாலும் அது பொறுத்துலாம் வந்து இது ஆகுங்க.
ஆமா.
இப்ப அது மினிமம் இருக்குப்பா சார். இப்ப மினிமம் ஒரு 10 பேர் இல்ல 100 பேர் யூஸ் பண்ணா அது ஃப்ரீல இது போயிடும்.
இல்ல அப்படி இல்லைங்க. நான் சொன்னா பேண்ட்விட்த்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கு. பேண்ட்விட்த்னா நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி இப்போ 100 MB ஃபைல 10 பேர் ஒரேடியா டவுன்லோட் பண்ணா அது 1 GB கணக்கு. கரெக்டா? 100 MB 10 பேர் ஒரேடியா டவுன்லோட் பண்ணா 100 into 1000 GB. கிட்டத்தட்ட 1 GB ல வந்துருக்கும். 1000 MB
பரவாயில்ல சார், அது இது பண்றீங்க.
புரியல.
இல்ல சார், இப்ப நீங்க சொன்னீங்க சார் ஃபைல்லாம் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணாங்க, அது வந்து யூசர் கவுண்ட் கிடையாது சார். இப்ப எத்தனை பேர் ஆக்சஸ்
இல்ல அந்த மாதிரி கிடையாது. ஸோ இட்ஸ் அன்லிமிட்டட் ஆக்சஸ். யார் எத்தனை பேர் வேணாலும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any more doubts? So here you're asking me Windows Service Administration, where I don't think so. So Windows Service Administration is from Microsoft. So you can actually get this, thing, and you can actually apply for organization who has Windows Service Administration. That's when they're running still .NET servers or something. You can use this application. To my knowledge, that is true, but I encourage you to search more because I haven't come across this topic before. Right. So let me know if you guys have any more questions.
So one more question, sir. Abhishek. Hello, sir.
Yes, Abhishek.
So you said in AWS Amplify we can host a front end.
Yes, correct.
With the host name of what we would be hosting, sir? like AWS dot our host name, or we can specify our domain name. Sorry, domain name.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, we can definitely specify a domain name. You can actually get it registered with the AWS for any other service. And something called Route 53, that's the service from AWS.
Okay.
It requires a very advanced configuration to do it. Apilana, when you do this website, the resume site, you get this URL like that something something dot amplify.com. When you paste that URL, you get that right there. So this is the URL that you get. So to that URL, what you can do is in your hosting provider, whether it's GoDaddy or Google Domain or any other email service, there's something called cname.com.
Okay.
So once you change it
Okay.
to cname.com, it will redirect back to this website.
Okay. At the default website would be this, and it will be renamed to the our defined domain name.
Yes, correct. So you can easily redirect back.
But there won't be any lag between the redirect, no, sir?
No, no, it won't be. It's almost instantaneous because it's done via the domain access provider. So you won't even be feeling that small shift. We've done this for the clients. So we haven't found any performance problems with this.
Okay, sir. Fine. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so if we have no more questions, I believe we can wrap it up. So I've got a meeting in 8 minutes.
But I am Anirudh and I am here to present the vote of thanks for today's guest lecture on behalf of MCA Department and Management of Meenakshi College of Engineering. I would like to thank our guest lecturer, speaker, Mr. Rohan Krishna, for visiting and enlightening us with their knowledge. Today's lecture was full of knowledge and interesting things. It gave deep insights into the topic and also revealed some interesting facts. Once again, I would like to thank Mr. Rohan Krishna for taking out time in his busy schedule and enlightening us with his knowledge. Thank you, sir. And I would like to thank our principal, Dr. R. Sayanam, sir, for giving permission to organize this lecture and inviting Professor Dr. N. Nagasaranya, ma'am, to conduct it. Thank you, sir, ma'am. I would like to thank Mr. Bharat Narendranath, our senior, for helping us to arrange our today's resource person, Mr. Rogan Krishna. Thank you, sir. I want to thank the student committee who really worked hard to make this event successful. Also, thank you to all the students present here for paying your attention and learning. I would like to end my speech here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's an honor to talk with you guys today. And I really hope you guys learn more about AWS. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you.
Sir, 1 minute. How to be in touch with you, sir?
So as I said, I'm available on LinkedIn. So please connect me on LinkedIn and I can share you insights and ideas. So we're also planning to write blog articles on our website so that we can share knowledge, whatever we've learned through the industry, how to use AWS, how to use Salesforce, how to use all the other platforms that we work with.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you guys can learn from that.
So it's the name as same as you mentioned, Rohan.
Correct. Yes, Rohan Space Krishna.
Okay.
Okay.
So, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Dear participants, feedback